Hello, all. Welcome back to PTS Dan and Lee.
Lee.
Frank Lee. Can't get off the Frankly. All right. Hey, let's talk about learning and where this comes from. I was at a graduation for my daughter on Saturday. She graduated from RU. Everybody's proud. We're doing the whole deal. And speaker comes up, and speaker's talking about a lot of her experiences and trying to bestow some wisdom and learnings over the years. And the one phrase she used that stuck with me was, I know you feel like to some degree you're at a finish line here when it comes to schooling, and you're kind of ready to get on with things, but you're kind of closing that chapter. And what she said is, being a lifetime learner is incredibly valuable. Like, we talk a lot here about veterans, 30-year financial advisors, et cetera, trying to keep the learning curve on the sales front going. And it's just hard. Experience kind of works against us at times. But Lee, can you talk a little bit about that lifetime learning element and tie it in with some marketing components that you do too?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't think there's a single field at all that lifelong learning isn't important. Everyone's fields are changing and evolving. I mean, technology alone is one of the biggest things that I think is driving the changes in our lives. I think the pandemic's another big thing that has driven a ton of change and necessity. Um, and I think, absolutely your marketing has to reflect that. One of the big things that I would sort of give as a piece of advice around lifelong learning is, you know, particularly as a veteran in a field, I don't think that the learning is only about learning from other veterans. I think there is a tremendous amount of value in learning from the young people in your field as well. Um, I think there's been a tremendous amount, God knows there's every meme under the sun about, okay, boomer and all of that.
Yep.
I think young people have a perspective that is incredibly valuable in business going forward. So I think it's as important to learn from young people as it is to learn from people who have, years and years of experience. That would be my big takeaway.
About on your side, Dan.
So let's get away from sales because I think we all could learn about sales. Let's talk about personal life things. What are you interested in? In my world, I love freshwater aquariums. I love billiards. I love acting and improv. So using those three as examples. All right, if I love them, what am I doing about them? I am constantly learning. I'm reading books. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm talking to people. I'm trying to constantly improve myself. And it's funny because when you do that on the personal side, you can't help but do that on the work side. And the last thing I'll say about all of that, if it's a chore to learn something, then don't learn it. It's got to be something you just love and you want to learn more about, and then you'll find a way to learn it.
Yeah, and one of the points you made around this sort of a reiteration of what you both talked about is, if you have a job, you're constantly focused on the clock. If you're doing something you have a passion for, there's no clock. And what you just described there, Dan, is that if you have a passion for what you're doing, you want to learn the next piece. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of people struggle on the sales side. They have a passion around the outcomes of what they do. Maybe as a financial advisor, they're really passionate about helping people meet goals and do things they otherwise wouldn't do, but they don't have the passion for the sales side. And it's tough. They want to learn products and service. They don't want to learn how to better deliver them as much. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. See you again tomorrow.
Have fun.